moments ago, Miami Collins caught up with the starting quarterback for Seattle, Geno Smith.
Geno, you and your team are off to a hot 2-0 start to the season. You won the first two games in very different ways. What is it going to take today to continue that momentum against this Dolphins team?
Yeah, we got to come out and play clean football. We got to get started early, start fast, put our foot on the gas, and then close them out in the end.
You're going to be without your dynamic running back, Kenneth Walker, for this game. How does that change the way you guys do things operationally on offense?
Yeah, we obviously we miss Ken, but we got other backs that can come in and do their job. So we're going to run our offense as we always do. We expect those guys to make plays, and we'll see if they do.
Thanks for the time. Good luck today.
Thank you.
All right, that was Seattle Seahawks quarterback Geno Smith, who is without his star running back, Kenneth Walker III, today. Seattle still no shortage of stars on offense with DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and the recently emerging Smith-Njigba. Seahawks will take the kickoff to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, all the way to the 35-yard line.
So here is a look at Geno Smith before he got here a couple years.
That's number 33 for the Seahawks, and they will start with great field position. On Miami's side of the ball, they are also short a big starter, and that's going to be their quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. Starting for him will be Skylar Thompson. Miami has been talking all week. Their coaching staff has been talking, saying, hey, this is a system thing. We don't expect a big fall off with Tua. Obviously, the odds makers disagree because the Seahawks come into this one a minus 225 favorite. And there is the running game for Seattle. Zach Charbonet getting the start with Kenneth Walker out, picks up 3 yards there. What's up, Daniel Berry? Sports Highlights in the house. Good to see you, my man. Robert Kerrigan, yes, let's effing go, buddy. Firearms. What's up, man? Who's Firearms? Did they change your name? All right, Geno back. Finds a receiver at the 40. He's going to break through. That's number 88.
It's a gain of 8. He takes it up to the 45.
That's Barner. Barner picks up about 8, maybe 9 yards with that reception. What's up, PBR Streaking in the house? Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to the Church of Fights with Friends. And we are worshiping at the pigskin mantle this week from Lumen Field. Geno Smith, 1st and 10, fakes the handoff to Charbonet. This offensive line buys him some time. He finds a receiver. That's going to be Tyler Lockett for another first down, maybe 15 yards, and right out of the gate. Seattle striking quickly, and they have found their way all the way down to the Miami 35-yard line. Well, about the 37 here. Good to see MMA Knowledge. I didn't recognize the name, and you called me out, so I thought maybe you had another screen there, name there. Thanks for joining us, brother. And there's going to be a flag.
And they have to burn an early timeout.
And Seattle not organized on that play for whatever reason. They had to burn a timeout here. Hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt them. You guys know my picks, usually in the top right-hand corner of the screen. We have our total picks. We're 57 and 39 right now. I didn't forget about that. Top right-hand corner of your screen right now where it says $0 and minus 225. That is for my mock betting. 30 minutes ago, the Seahawks were a minus 205 favorite. Now they're all of the way up to a minus 225. Well, minus 215 now. Moved a little bit. Dolphins plus 165. And Smith's going to hand that off. Gets stopped. So no yardage there for Charbonet. It'll be 2nd and 10 as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Seahawks minus 200 at the moment. So the dollar amount is what I would bet if I was live betting. Below it will be what odds I got throughout the game. We started at minus 225. I don't want to bet unless I get much better odds than that. Smith back, and he is sacked for a big loss. That's about 7 yards, and Seattle will be 3rd and long. And that put a dent in the odds right there. See how this live betting moves so quickly. Seattle went all the way to minus 180. As I mentioned, started out at a minus 225. So still not putting money on him here at minus 180. They are 4-point favorites here in Seattle. I thought that was more than fair, being that Miami's missing their starting quarterback. 3rd and 15 for the Hawks. Smith has time. Little screen pass on the outside to Charbonet. Picks up about 5. And we'll see if they're within field goal range here. I believe they may be.
And they're going to try for 3. The Dolphins slow that drive down, and they'll go for 3 with Jason Myers.
All right, a 3-point attempt here for the Seahawks. His long this year is a 50-yarder. He is 5 for 5 early in this season. And this is a 56-yarder. Would be one of the longest in the league this year. And it is up. And it is good. He might have hit that at 66. And the Seattle Seahawks are on the board 3-0. And see, I just want to learn like how this live betting works on football too. I've been doing it on baseball to pretty successfully. Betting live on PFL. I'm usually here with you guys for UFC, but I've been betting live on PFL. Pretty successful there, although there was some really close calls where I could have lost some money. Thank you, Liz Carmouche, for a last-minute armbar. Sorry, getting a call from a buddy, so I'm just letting him know that we just started. Seahawks 3-0. How's everybody enjoying this NFL.com fantasy this year? For those of us that are playing, I know there were only 10 spots this year. I apologize if you didn't get in. If you want to play next year, let me know early before I start it, before the football season starts. I'll make sure you get an invite. This year, it was the people that requested, and then I sent just a few invites out. So if you got into the league, congrats. If you didn't, next year, let me know. If we have enough people that want to get in, we might do 2 leagues, but that could get weird too, because like somebody wins one league and that league's crappy. I don't know. It's all for fun in the end anyways, though. All right, Seahawks will kick off here to the Miami Dolphins. 7 plays, 28 yards, 4 minutes and 11 seconds for the Seahawks, and they score on a 56-yard field goal from Jason Myers. Credit that drive to the kickoff return. Seattle starting in good position on their own 35. That, and of course, a hell of a leg on Mr. Myers. Yo, Phil D in the house. What's going on? I seen you were up early working and drinking beer. Seen that video in the Fights with Friends chat. Everybody please hit that like and share button. I'd love to do football every Sunday, if not almost every Sunday. And Seahawks decide to kick that one into the end zone. So the Dolphins will start on the 25-yard line. Skylar Thompson will start at quarterback for the injured Tua. You see there, including postseason, his career, 1 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 614 yards with a 57% completion percentage. Just really hasn't had a lot of chance to touch the ball. So actually, ball placed at the 30. That's right, it's the 30 now if they kick it in the end zone. It was the 20, then a couple years ago they made it the 25, now the 30, and immediately a reception to the 50 to the 52-yard line. And that is Achane. That is Devon Achane, one of the 2 head running backs here for Miami. And just a beautiful screenplay by Miami. Achane was wide open. And a big play to start off Skylar Thompson's tenure here as a starter in Miami. Likely to be short, but you got to take every opportunity you can get. His last career start, he had 152 yards. I actually like him on the over 193 yards today. And there is another reception and a run for a first down. So he's already gotten 20-some yards here. And let's check in on DraftKings. Seahawks minus 195. Favorite still at the moment. I'm not biting. So my rule when I go to live odds, I try not to allow myself. I have broken this rule before, and when I do, I generally lose a bunch of money. So I'm going to try to stick to it. Maximum of $200 bet on a game. And I want to take a favorite and get my odds as close to even as possible. Skylar back. That one's batted down, almost intercepted. Miami recovers the ball, but that's going to be a lot. Oh, no, they're going to say it's an incomplete pass. So 3rd and 1. Yeah, Miami do a better job, be much better with not catching that batted ball. Let's watch the replay there. How did the pressure get there? And number 53 unabated to the quarterback. That's Maffei with the rush and the blocked pass. So 3rd and 1 here for the rookie quarterback. He's going to hand it off, and he hits a wall. The Seattle Seahawks come up big on 3rd and 1. And the Miami Dolphins are 3 and out. Or no, not 3 and out. They did get 2 first downs before that. But on this series, 3 and out. 9 minutes left here in the first. And Miami will punt to the Seattle Seahawks, leading this game 3-0. Oh no, they're gonna go for a field goal here. Okay, 57, just a yard longer than the Seahawks was. So, and it is up and hooks left. Jason Myers, you are not, sir. That's a missed field goal, and the Seattle Seahawks will take over with great field possession here at midfield. 8:37 left here in the first quarter between the Seattle Seahawks and the Miami Dolphins in Seattle. Let's take a look at some scores around the league. Carolina Panthers leading the Las Vegas Raiders 7-0, 9:15 in the first quarter. Pittsburgh Steelers defeated the Chargers earlier 20-10. Minnesota Vikings dumped the Houston Texans 34-7. Robert, your Eagles squeaked by the New Orleans Saints in a very low-scoring game, 15-12. I wish I would have taken the under on that. Billy's Broncos, the Denver Broncos, putting a beating on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That had to be an upset, 26-7. Green Bay Packers come up big against the Tennessee Titans, 30-14. New York Giants over the Cleveland Browns 21-15. Indianapolis Colts defeat the Chicago Bears 21-16. And the next games starting here at 125 will be Baltimore Ravens at the Dallas Cowboys, Detroit Lions at the Arizona Cardinals, and San Francisco 49ers at the Rams, the LA Rams. Tonight's Monday night game is on NBC and Peacock. It will feature the Kansas City Chiefs in Atlanta against the Atlanta Falcons. Still not feeling well, so if I'm not as chatty as usual, that is why. Sorry, brother. I wish you were feeling better. I hope you feel better soon. Hey, your Eagles won, though. That's a good. That's got to be a good feeling. Are they 3-0? I think they're 3-0 now. I think that makes them 3-0. No, 2-1. Okay, all right. And any moment we should be coming back to this Seahawks-Dolphins game in Seattle. Wow. Seattle, after that missed field goal, is a minus 395 favorite. They were a minus 445 for a moment. Minus 290 for the Miami Dolphins. That seems a bit ridiculous to me. But Seahawks are going to hand it off to Charbonet. He finds a hole immediately for about 13 yards. And that is a first down for Zach Charbonet, who is doing an incredible job in the last couple weeks in place of the injured Kenneth Williams III. 3-0, but 2-1. That's right, we lost last week. All right, Smith back. Finds a receiver and another first down. Number 27, the tight end, Noah Fant, is able to pull that one down for another first down. I had him as tight end on my fantasy team, and he wasn't producing, so I traded him for another crappy tight end who did 0 today. All right, Fant just 25 yards on the season, though. I won't get too excited. 1st and 10 for the Hawks, 7:40 left in the first quarter. Smith's going to hand it off to Charbonet again, who gets a great block. Look like he might be stopped at the line of scrimmage. It dives forward for 3 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith perfect so far, 4 for 4, 40 yards to 4 different receivers. Smith back, pressure coming. He's flushed out. Oh my goodness, what a pass and a catch to DK Metcalf. DK. And it is 1st and goal for the Seattle Seahawks. Let's watch that. Smith throwing off bounds on the run, and DK Metcalf jumping over Fuller, number 29, the cornerback guarding him. And rustles the ball away from him, 5 yards line for the Seahawks. And Charbonnet's going to run it in. Zach Charbonet with the touchdown for the Seattle Seahawks. And just like that, the Hawks are up 10-0. Well, 9-0. I'm going to assume that they hit this extra point, though. Wow, what a great start here in Seattle. Should I back up with luck I'm having this year with all my main positions getting injured? 4 injured players. Still, that sucks. Oh, damn. Get with Wyatt. He's looking to trade for some guys, too. Think he's got some guys out. What's up, JD in the house? Good to see you, my man. You must be busy on Saturdays. It seems like I only ever see you on Sundays. Glad you're here, brother. All right, 8 up in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you're not subscribed, but definitely hit that share button. Let people know that we are out here. All right, real quick, we got to pay some bills. And guys, I use them. You know I use them. I talk about them all the time. Robinhood for all your investing needs. Stocks, crypto. They do IRAs. They do 401ks. If you don't have a 401k at your work right now, they are offering bonuses. And when you click my link, you're going to automatically get a free stock worth up to $200. And I get a free stock worth up to $200 for every one of you that does it. So if you want to help support the channel, start investing at the same time, I appreciate it. You should go out on a Saturday night. Oh, you're a young, good-looking fella. I'd be out too. I'm an old married guy, so you know we stick at home. All right, and of course, I'm always talking about betting. You guys know live betting's my thing. Whatever your thing is, it doesn't matter. Whether you bet at the beginning of the game, before the game, before the fight, it'd be great if you could bet after, huh? But DraftKings is your place. They want to give you $100. Deposit up to $100 right now, and they will match your deposit. Say you deposit $50. They're going to give you another $50. They're also going to give me another $50 to bet on these sports. So win-win all the way around. You get a free bet, and you get to support Fights with Friends. So stocks and gambling on a Sunday. What a better world. And announce one more time, we have recently became remonetized. We were demonetized for a little over 3 months on some bullshit from YouTube, but we are back, so super chats are there. We've implemented PayPal in the meantime, Cash App, and of course, Patreon. Some of you are Patreons. Phil, a premium Patreon member. I know Robert's on there. And PBR Street Gang, patreon.com/fightswithfriends. And a special thank you to everybody that re-upped. You guys re-upped your premium membership. PBR Street Gang. Jim. Oh, wow. What is this? All right, 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. All right, we'll see if the Dolphins can put up some points here. Seahawks out of betting range for me at the moment, minus 720. Miami Dolphins a plus 450, and the spread has moved to 11.5. Remember, it started out at 4 points. All right, Miami's going to hand this one off to the 30, to the 35, to the 40 for a first down. That's going to be Devin Achane, one of the 2 power backs here in Miami, but there is a flag on the play. And Miami did not need that. That's going to be an offensive holding call. So they lose the gain and a 10-yard penalty. Big penalty here for Miami. They got to pay more attention than that. How is everybody's fantasy teams doing this week? Whether you're in ours and or another one. You guys is running back there in Philadelphia is killing it for me. Robert Saquon Barkley, that guy's a stud. All right, and Skylar Thompson finds a receiver laterally past the line of scrimmage, picks up maybe 6 of the 16 there, and a flag on the play. That might be on the Seahawks. That might be a late hit on the Hawks. Let's see what the flag is here. 5:59 left in the first quarter.
Extra 15. Witherspoon with the shove at the end.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness.
Wow, that's a big penalty against Witherspoon for the Seahawks. Devon Witherspoon. Unnecessary roughness. Yeah, not a good idea. He did back off last minute. No, and there's the push there. He should have tried to. Momentum carries him into him. But he seemed to give just a little extra push maybe there at the end. That's a big break for Miami, who goes to 1st and 10. And here comes the Dolphins. Achane with another big run. That's 8 or 9 yards for Devon Achane. And just like that, the Seahawks' penalty. Well, they exchanged penalties, to be fair. Miami had the 10-yard holding penalty. Then the Seahawks bailed them out with the 15-yard unnecessary roughness. 2nd and 1 here for Miami. At the Seahawks 45. And Thompson flips that one backwards, and that's going to be a big loss of yards. That might be a loss of 5. Just a nightmare play there for the Dolphins. So defensive end Leonard Williams had to go to the had to go to the locker room. Number 99 for the Seahawks on a rib injury. You hope he comes back. If you're a Seahawks fan, he is the lead defensive end on that team. So 3rd and 4 here for the Miami Dolphins. 4.5 minutes left in the first. Oh, and Skylar Thompson hit back, fumbles it. It looks like Miami did recover it. But Jones comes in for the injured defensive end, 99, the rib injury, and immediately makes an impact. Number 55, Jones. Skylar Thompson was fumbling the snap a bit there. And he just drops the ball. He literally he's running for his life. He's like, I don't fucking want this. That's what that guy wants. And he literally just fucking threw the ball on the ground. I don't know that I've ever seen that. And there is a beautiful punt for the Miami Dolphins. It's going to roll all the way to the 10-yard line. So the Seattle Seahawks will take over, but with their back to the end zone. That hasn't been a great spot in this early season for Geno Smith. He was charged with 2 safeties in week 1. They were lucky to get out of that game with a win. Since a rough start in the first half of the first games, Geno Smith has really taken this team on his back. And the Seattle Seahawks moved to a minus 920 favorite, plus 550 if you're looking at dog money on the Dolphins. And the spread has moved all the way to 12.5. This has just been a nightmare start for the Miami Dolphins, who were already missing their head quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. Besides that, they've gotten some bad bounces and just some careless plays, like that last play from backup quarterback Skylar Thompson, who, when being chased by number 55, the defensive end, literally just dropped the ball on the ground. I've never seen a quarterback so intimidated by a defensive end. He's like, fuck this. Here's the ball. He didn't throw it away. He didn't hold on to it and take the sack. He literally set it on the fucking ground. Like, who does that? I'll tell you who does that. A terrified quarterback, and I'm sure the Miami Dolphins are praying that Tua Tagovailoa is able to come back sooner than later from that concussion protocol. Because I don't think Skylar Thompson's the answer, not from what we've seen so far. And you hear the sound here at Lumen Field.
He's been heavily involved in team preparation this week, especially with Skylar Thompson. He was cleared by the neurologist to make this trip today and resume all normal life activities as long as he's feeling up to it. He will be visiting with independent specialists around the country over the next few weeks to get outside opinions. And guys, though he's out until at least week 8 on IR, his timeline to return still remains quite fluid beyond that.
Oh, wow. Tua Tagovailoa being given a cannot return until week 8. I can't believe that. The concussion protocol, wow, I did not realize it was that intense. He's still expected to miss a minimum of 5 weeks after this week. Miami and, Seattle with the ball on the 10-yard line here. Miami with a chance to make something happen on defense. And they do. They stop the Hawks for a loss. That's going to be about second and 11 from about the Seahawks' own 8-9 yard line. See what the Seahawks do here. The first 2 possessions, a field goal and a touchdown. Just 12 plays total and 10 points on the board for the Hawks. Second and 11, we'll see if Geno throws here. He does have a little bit of room, and he will. And he finds Metcalf for a huge first down, but there immediately is a flag on the play. Wow, and there is a rare offensive pass interference call. They're going to say DK Metcalf pushed off. Well, that's number 5, Ramsey. Maybe a little bit of an acting. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that penalty, but, I'm a Seahawks fan, so take it for what it is. Second and 5, Smith will have the ball on the 4-yard line. I think that was a bit of an acting job there for Miami. Smith will throw out of the end zone, almost throws an interception. The intended target was number 16, Tyler Lockett, and they are now 3rd and 15. I would imagine they're going to have to run the ball here just to get some punting space.
10-yard line, so excellent job by Fuller.
Yeah, the only guy that had a chance at that ball was the cornerback, number 29, Fuller, and he dives out and tips that one. What a pass. I don't know about the receiver on that one, though. Seems to be running the wrong way. Sweet. Are you ahead of me? Did Smith throw an interception there? Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. And a tip and an interception. How'd you get ahead of me? You're in Canada. You can't be ahead of me. A tip and an interception and 1st and goal for the Miami Dolphins. And, hey, we may get a chance at decent odds to bet on the Hawks after all. Moving to a minus 475 favorite with that interception, and the spread moves to 8.5. Dolphins still plus 325 on the dog money. I certainly wouldn't bet right now, though. We'll see if Miami's able to punch this in. They are very close. Yeah, you're bad luck, Wyatt. You just came in here and look at this. The Seahawks throw an interception. I'm just messing with you. Thanks for coming in, brother. 1st and goal, and Miami will run an immediate flag.
And Jenkins touched him right there.
Illegal motion. Offense, number 89, moving forward with the snap. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
So tight end Julian Hill has been caught for
So an illegal motion flag
penalties on him here in the first quarter.
on Miami. That gives Seattle a little bit of space to stop this touchdown. Yeah, and just, man, they could have got a touchdown there if it wasn't for the penalty, but and a slip. So 1st and goal from the 11 for Miami. Still in great position. And they find a receiver. He is down immediately. Number 2, Jenkins puts number 80, Connor, the tight end, into the dirt for no gain. Minute and a half left in the first quarter. What's going on over there, Wyatt? How's your fantasy team this year? I was just telling Robert, you guys need to get together, make some trades. Second and goal for Miami. And they fake the handoff. Skylar Thompson finds a receiver on the outside. And that's number 30 in gold. And that's going to be third and goal at about the 4-yard line. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Miami should get one more playoff here in the quarter. Miami about middle of the pack when in the end zone. Or in the red zone, excuse me. Third and goal, and they're going to be forced to call a timeout to keep from getting a delay a game. That matches what Seattle did earlier in the game. Both teams had to waste a timeout by not being prepared, but on third and goal, you don't want to take any chances. If you're not prepared, definitely use that timeout. And you certainly don't want to take the penalty. All right, 11 up in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like and share button. Thank you guys for joining me on a Sunday for football. I know some of you are basically just mostly MMA fans, so I appreciate the support. And for those of you that like football, I appreciate you being there too. Third and goal for Miami. Skylar Thompson back under pressure. And he lobs that out of the end zone, almost intercepted. So fourth and goal, and Miami, I would assume, is going to have to kick a field goal here. Hey, Rob, I'll trade you Baker, minus 2 points today. Absolutely legend of the game. I don't know if you were watching this earlier, Wyatt, probably not, but Skylar Thompson for the Miami Dolphins did something I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback do. So, number 55, the backup defensive end, mind you, the head defensive end for the Seahawks is out. Number 55's rushing him, and Skylar Thompson gets so scared when he's running away. He's running for his life, like he's, a criminal running from the police, whatever you want to say there. Doesn't throw the ball away, doesn't take the sack, literally sets the ball on the ground to get the defensive end away from him, and one of the other defensive players for Miami has to pick up the ball to keep from Seattle getting the fumble. Still here, got the stream running while I'm doing stuff, being productive, kind of. What's up, Phil? That's how I like to listen to baseball games. I listen to them on the radio while I was cleaning in the house. Mayfield, I'm just fucking with you. I already have 2 QBs. I know. Yeah, Baker Mayfield's a stud, though, actually. I always thought he was a good quarterback. And he's finally showing that. Oh, and Miami kicks the field goal, so that's going to be 3 on the board for the Dolphins. Just 11 seconds left here in the first quarter. Seattle leading the Dolphins 10-3 here at Lumen Field in Seattle. And Seahawks still minus 540 favorites. Yeah, they started out at minus 205 30 minutes before the game, moved to minus 225 right before the game, and Seahawks not able to get much on the kickoff return. Good stop there for Miami. Seattle will take over the 24-yard line.
Tyreek Hill on the back. But Waddle, Skylar Thompson comes out looking to the left. Waddle does an inside release, so I think that throws him off a little bit.
I bet Tyreek Hill did not drive himself this week to the Seattle Stadium after getting arrested and that whole ordeal in Miami. Give me a tight end, I can give you Stafford. You're going to like this, Mike.
So an illegal formation called on the kickoff by the officials on the Dolphins.
Oh, wow.
And so they line up.
Illegal formation on the kickoff for Miami. All right, Seahawks taking the ball on the 28-yard line. There is the snap to Geno Smith. Has time. Airs it up. Oh, my goodness. DK Metcalf all alone on the throne. One play. Touchdown Seahawks. A bomb from Geno Smith to his favorite receiver. And what a first quarter for the Seattle Seahawks as they go up 16-3. And nobody's catching up with DK. Wow. 71-yard reception and the touchdown for DK Metcalf. And you know what? I just got about 50 fucking points for that. So
Let's go to the second on CBS.
Nah, Rob, only guy I'd really be interested in on your team is your tight end. Everybody needs tight ends. I need a tight end. My head tight end's injured. I think he might be back next week, though, Njoku. All right, and let's look around the league during this break. Heading into the second quarter for the Hawks and Dolphins. Seahawks up 17-3. Carolina Panthers and Las Vegas Raiders all tied up. 7-7, 12:07 in the second quarter with the Panthers on the Las Vegas 45-yard line, second and 10. Ravens leading the Cowboys 7-3, 6:33 left in the first. Dallas with the ball in the 35. Detroit Lions leading the Arizona Cardinals for the moment 7-0, but the Cardinals have the ball first and goal with 5:18 left in the first. 49ers leading the Los Angeles Rams 7-0. They have the ball on the Rams 38-yard line with 6 minutes left in the first. 3rd and 7 for the 49ers. Earlier, we seen Billy's Denver Broncos beating up on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's got to be a surprise. 26-7. Roberts Eagles defeating the New Orleans Saints by a field goal, 15-12. Minnesota Vikings taking care of business against the Texans, 34-7. Pittsburgh Steelers thumping the Chargers, 20-10. Green Bay Packers were victorious over the Tennessee Titans, 30-14. New York Giants defeat the Cleveland Browns, 21-15. The Indianapolis Colts beat the Chicago Bears, 21-16. The only other game this week was the Thursday night game where the New York Jets pounded the New England Patriots 24-3. And that set a shock all the way through the league. I don't think anybody was expecting that. Real question, Rob, is do you and I together or Mike by himself have more points? Oh, jeez. Now, Rob, only guy, McBride would be dope, but obviously that's not who you want to get rid of. So I know. JD, God, I love DK Metcalf. Me too. I don't know why I'm not wearing my Metcalf jersey. I will be wearing it tomorrow. I'll be wearing it at work tomorrow. Marvis and Harris Jr. with a TD. Yes. And there is the kickoff from the Seahawks, and Miami will take it all the way to about the 37-yard line. This top right-hand corner of the screen for people that are just coming in where we usually have our picks. That was the odds the game started at, minus 225. I was going to do a little mock live betting here for fun, but I would not have bet anything yet because there's not been an opportunity. Seahawks won't take the foot off the gas, and they're a minus 1,300 favorite at the moment. Plus 700 on the dog money for the Dolphins, and the spread is 13.5. It started at 4 in favor of the Seahawks. All right, and Skylar Thompson back, finds a receiver. That's going to be a first down at about the 46-yard line. Skylar Thompson fakes the handoff. Good pass there to number 17. That's Waddle. And 1st and 10 for the backup quarterback having to take over for Tua Tagovailoa, who will not be cleared until at least week 8 due to the NFL's new concussion protocol. And Skylar Thompson's going to hand it off to Achane, who cannot get back to the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1. Yeah, Marvin Harrison's a freak, man. Marvin Harrison Jr. Baker was supposed to dominate Billy. Must have slipped something in his drink before he played the Broncos. Ha. Rookie wide receivers this year looking good all around the NFL. JD Neighbors is ridiculous. Or Neighbors is ridiculous, why it says. Yes, he is. All right. See, 151 yards for the Hawks so far, just 50 for the Dolphins on about the same amount of plays, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. Seahawks all over Skylar Thompson, who throws a drunk duck to number 9 Smith that can't bring it down. And he runs into Mr. Earl Thomas. He might be lucky he didn't have the ball. Earl hits hard. Fun fact, if I started Tua this week, I would have had 1.9 extra points. Should have known to never bet. Oh, Baker Mayfield literally got negative points? I thought you were joking. I hadn't looked at it. Holy crap. That's crazy. I'm sorry, Wyatt. That sucks, man. And incomplete there on 4th and 11. Number 2, Jenkins on the coverage for Seattle. Yeah, he was all over Tyreek Hill like rope on a soap. And there's the kickoff. Going to be a flag on the play. Facts, Wyatt. He's a beast. Too good for the Giants.
In their first 3 first halves this season and counting.
Let's see what the penalty is here.
Seattle beat Denver week 1 by 6 and won at New England.
Formation. Kicking team number 6 is lined up in the backfield. The 5-yard penalty will be added in.
That's a second illegal formation on a kickoff for Miami. That is just that coach. That's got to be driving him absolutely nuts right now. Fox Wyatt, he's yeah, too good for the Giants. I read that. All right. going into quarter two. Man, what a drubbing. I did expect this game to be a little closer. Man, if you think Miami's going to come back, you're going to get plus 900 odds at the beginning of the second quarter. That's ridiculous. Wow, and the spread is now 16.5. With an over-under of 50.5. I mean, I guess when there's 20 points scored in the first quarter, you're going to have a high over-under. I don't know what it started at, but anybody bet on this? I hope you took the over. I imagine the over-under might have been kind of low just because, the backup quarterback for Miami, but Seattle's scoring so much that, God, they still might not hit 50.5, though. I mean, if they get a big enough lead, they might let off the gas, bring in some backups. We'll see. Currently, Rob and I have a combined 82 points. Mike has 139. Oh, shit. Yeah, I didn't even look at that. I'm sure Metcalf just got me a ton of points. $26.3 so far. Okay. 48.6 for Saquon Barkley. No, 26. Yeah, 26.3 for DK. Oh, Jesus. Well, I don't know, guys. I got lucky and got a good team this year. I don't know what to say. Miami has so much talent, but they're not going anywhere without a good QB. I agree, JD. I don't know that I've ever won a season of fantasy football in any league. I might have won one of ours. If I've ever won a season, I don't remember. Hopefully most of my points come in tonight's games. Yeah, one player can score so many points in this format. And Geno fakes the handoff, finds a receiver. He's not going to get much out of that. That's number one for the Seahawks, about 2 yards there. And now Kendall Fuller, the cornerback for Miami, they're reporting he is out on a concussion protocol, questionable. So since they say questionable, I'm assuming they're testing to see if he's had a concussion. 2nd and 8 for the Hawks. And Smith will hand it off this time to Charbonet. He picks up about another 3. That'll give him an opportunity about 3rd and 5. JD, even before Tua went down, they don't seem to have much chemistry. Hard. Lacking teamwork. Might not upset at all. You're killing it this year. Shit's incredible. Yeah, I'm curious how I'm doing, like, overall. If I can have a... I don't think I'll ever have a season like you had on Verdict, but I might be, like, in the top 25% or something. All right, 3rd and 5. Smith with the snap, airs it up, and he finds DK Metcalf one more time for another first down. That's Tyler Lockett, number 16. Lockett, one of the most dependable receivers in the league, almost never drops a ball, knock on wood. 2, you said you won last year, haha. Well, that would have been the first year I ever won. And Smith finds a receiver. Once again, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. See, I had him, Wyatt. I should have kept him. I should have kept him as my backup tight end because this other guy doesn't do anything. All right, another first down for the Hawks at 11.5 in the second. I did not expect the Hawks to have a great season this year. I thought they'd be lucky to get to 8 wins. I'll admit I didn't believe in Geno Smith, and he's proven me wrong. And Geno finds another receiver there. That's number 11, Smith-Njigba. You got Smith-Njigba, right, Rob? There's another first down. All right, 12 up in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like and share button. Smith back. This offensive line really holding up this week. And Tyler Lockett jumps for that one. Can't get to it, though, out of bounds. So 2nd and 10 for the Hawks. Tight end is absolutely disgusting this year. And Rob's greedy ass wants to. Meanwhile, Mike and I are changing tight ends twice a week. Right? I think I'm just going to start looking at what teams give up the most yards to tight ends and just finding out who's going against them. There's a pitch to Charbonet, and he picks up about 5 yards on 2nd and 10, but there's a flag on the play. I'm assuming that's probably offensive holding on the Hawks. And it is.
That's the guard, Anthony Bradford. And against him personally, he has had 5
So,
penalties called this season.
wow, Anthony Bradford with his 5th penalty already this season at guard. Oh yeah, he is holding. Damn. He's got diamond hands. For those crypto bros out there, will know what I mean by that. 10:35 left in the second. Both teams about even on penalties, though. 2nd and 20. Smith back finds Charbonet, who just gets about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. This will be 3rd and long for the Hawks. 3rd and 17 to be exact. It's true. Why? It's crazy because they're loaded on offense. They need a Matthew Stafford at QB. Yep. I have no clue how good my tight end is. Never seen him play. All right, 3rd and 17. 10 minutes left here in the second. My head tight end that I drafted has been injured too, Robert. Makes you feel any better. Two on the game clock. They might get a delay of penalty. He barely snaps it in time. Smith back under pressure and finds a receiver again. That's the backup tight end, number 86 for the Hawks. First catch as a Seahawk for him, Brown, and he had to bend down a little bit to scoop that up. Matthew Stafford, who wants him? All right, and Jason Myers will attempt his 2nd field goal of the game. He had a 56-yarder earlier. This will be a 53-yard. And that one's going to be no good to the left. Jason Myers misses his first field goal of the season. They need a 47-year-old Brady. Help them instantly with their lack of competitiveness. Teamwork, not to mention they'd have the refs on their side. I bet you several teams made offers to Tom Brady to just come on their team, just to be around, like around their quarterback, be like an advisor and a motivational guy, but he signed a big commentating contract. So that guy's never going to lack money. Unless he put all his money in Boeing right now, I don't think he's ever going to have to worry about money. Thought you needed 2 players on each position. That's why I'm asking for another tight end. No, you start 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. 1 tight end, 1 quarterback, 1 kicker, 1 defense. Didn't know people only had 1. Mike, my tight end was the second tight end last year. And this mofo injured himself in warm-ups in week 2. Warm-ups. Really, bro? Man is out this week, too. Oh, that sucks. Practice! You want to talk about practice? This is what happens in practice. People get injured. Allen Iverson knew what he was talking about. So I need to get rid of my other QB then. Yeah, you don't need 2 QBs, man. Just make sure that there's going to be a QB. The reason you have a second is when they go on bye week. Figure out when your QB is going on bye. Make sure he's not starting. Make sure you know when all your players are going on their bye week. So you have something. But quarterbacks right now, I probably wouldn't keep an extra one unless they're really good. Because there's a lot of good quarterbacks on waivers. That's the position that nobody's short on. Man, imagine if I'd played I think we had 14 teams last year. We really wouldn't be able to find players. Both of my running backs started off the season injured. Oh, damn. All right, and see the comparisons here. No comparison at all. 47 yards for Skylar Thompson, 185 yards. A touchdown and an interception for Geno Smith. Of course, that was on a batted ball. I don't really blame Geno for that interception. And there's a handoff for Miami to Achane, who picks up about 8 yards. He has been pretty much the lone bright spot. That's right. That's number 25, right. But it's been all running game for Miami today. The passing game has done very little for them. 2nd and 1 here. Their top receiver, Tyreek Hill, has only been targeted once. And 0 receptions. Murphy, number 91 for Seattle, down. Byron Murphy, the defensive tackle for Seattle. They can't afford to lose him. All right, so an injury timeout while Seattle looks at their player. Rob drafted a team of cripples. Oh, no. No, Robert. It's not like golf. It's not who gets the lowest score. No. Well, Lamar Jackson's not doing much for me this week. That makes you feel any better, Wyatt. I was given a team of cripples. Maybe the universe is knowing, can't beating, join them. Oh, that's horrible, Rob. Well, I hope your magic legs are working for your trip you're about to have. Should have drafted yourself. Man, yeah, he might do better than some of these players this year. Do better than my tight ends, too. But I get 0 on tight ends again this week. Is Lamar -2, though? No, he's not. He's got 12.8 points for the first quarter, and they're headed into the second. So he's actually on pace to get 48, I guess. Off week for him, though. Takes a cripple to get drafted by a bunch of cripples. Hey, at least you're smart, Robert. At least you're not dumb. I think that would be much worse than being a little crippled. Of course, I guess a lot of dumb people don't know they're dumb. So 8:36 left here in the second quarter. Seahawks leading the Dolphins 17-3. Not creating a lot of betting opportunity this week for anyone. Hawks sitting at a -1,300 favorite still. plus 700 dog money on the Dolphins, and the spread is 13.5. Over-under is 47.5 now. And here come the Dolphins.
Into the secondary, running well again.
Devon Achane has been tearing it up. They need to give him the ball a lot more. But they're going to wear him out like they did Ricky Williams. How many did he get there? 5, 10, 11, 12 yards on that run. All right, 1st and 10. Achane himself, Achane 42 yards, rest of the team 28. Poor Miami. And they snap the ball, and there's a sack. This offensive line for Miami just collapses like a house of cards. And Skylar Thompson is sacked for a loss of 8. And he's got to be thinking about a career change right now. He's like, man, I really like this backup quarterback role. You just sit on the bench. You get over $1 million a year. You don't ever have to do anything. And then he hears Tua Tagovailoa is not going to be able to play for 8 weeks due to concussion protocol. And, yeah, I think he about shit his pants. I'm not sure he's been practicing all that much. 2nd and 8, there's the snap to Thompson, finds a receiver, and that's going to be number 17, Waddle, for maybe 3-4 yards. Nope, 5. 3rd and 13. Speaking of Waddle, Skylar Thompson moving around like the penguin out here today. All right, 0 for 4 on 3rd down conversions today for Miami. If they can get a 1st down here, though, they'll at least be within field goal range. And a dropped ball, God, that's all Skylar Thompson needs. He hit Tyreek Hill right on the hands, and Tyreek couldn't bring it in. It's been that kind of day for Miami.
Well, with that throw, I think they were just trying to pick up a few yards. Obviously, Tyreek Hill, anytime he touches the ball, can take it a distance. But all they're trying to do here is give them some yardage to
Wow, a rare drop for Tyreek.
attempt or try it. But instead, now they're punting.
Yep, they're going to punt it. Jake Bailey, who's had a
I think the Dolphins are going to start paying a police officer to stop Tyreek Hill on the way to work and handcuff him before every game because he just went off after that. Carolina puts a touchdown on the board, leading the Las Vegas Raiders 14-7. And there is the punt, and they try to keep it out of the end zone, and it goes in, and Miami can just do no right today. What's up, Billy? It's pronounced Tua Tagovailoa. Just stop by to like the stream and say hello. What's going on, my man? Hopefully you don't have to work today, but you're in grocery, and it's Sunday, so I'm guessing you probably do. Congratulations to your Broncos. They looked great this week. Were they an underdog against the Buccaneers, Billy? I would assume they had to, but they thumped them. You guys might have a franchise quarterback over there. All right, let's go around the league again. As I mentioned, the Carolina Panthers putting a touchdown on the board, leading the Raiders 14-7. They have the ball 1st and 10 on the Carolina 19 with 3:03 left in the half. Ravens putting a hurting on the Dallas Cowboys 14-3 with 11:07 left in the second. They have the ball on their own 33-yard line. Detroit Lions still beating the Cardinals, but they're within 6. Arizona is 13-7, 10:23 left in the second. Rams still scoreless in Los Angeles. 49ers up 14-0. Niners have the ball on their own 40-yard line, 3rd and 4 with 9:52 left in the second. And the last game to kick off this week, well, besides Monday night, I guess, will be Chiefs and Falcons tonight at 5:20. Does Monday night count on next week or this week? This week, right? It's got to be this week. They had to have been dogs. Baker took a dive for the boys. Big time underdog, but our head coach knows the Bucs systems very well, so he schooled them. Is that why? Yeah, I was real surprised by that score. But yeah, good for you guys. And that team, drafting a great rookie quarterback like that could really turn your guys' franchise around. All right, Geno Smith, 12 for 15. He's found 8 different receivers today, 185 yards, a touchdown and an interception. Smith drops back, has time, and he finds a receiver there. That's Tyler Lockett for a first down and about 15 yards for Lockett. Who's got Lockett on their fantasy team? I know Robert's got Smith-Njigba. Monday night has 2 games this week. Oh, beautiful. All right, 22 total yards for the Seahawks to just 68 for Miami. And Smith back under pressure, and he's going to take a sack. Number 92, Sealer, and Miami really needed that with 5.5 minutes left in the second. 2nd and 17 for the Hawks.
Well, Sealer going up against Cross on the left side, just grabs a hold and throws it by.
That's the first sack that Cross has given up.
Oh yeah, he just beat number 67 Cross bad. That's unlike number 67 Cross, offensive tackle for the Hawks. But big sack for Sealer. And there's a handoff to Charbonet, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard, setting up a 3rd and 16 for the Hawks. And a couple of big breaks here for Miami. Third and 16. I mean, I'm not saying that the Hawks are going to blow this game, but you can get plus 800 on the Dolphins right now. I don't know. I wouldn't take it. What's up, King James? Thank you, sir. I know you're not a big football fan, but it's good to see you. Everybody say hi to James before he leaves. 3rd and 16. Smith back. Under pressure. And that one almost intercepted. The defensive line for Miami really coming alive on this series, and Seattle will be forced to punt on 4th and 16 as Geno Smith was under pressure every snap of this series. And a beautiful bat there at the end, too. So Miami will take over with 4:13 left in the half, trailing by 2 touchdowns. Dixon with the punt. He'll punt to Berrios, who will pick it up about the 9-yard line, gets to the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50 before he goes out of bounds. Wow, Braxton Berrios with a 40-yard return here. That'll help him get back into it. 4 minutes left in the half. Like you're projected to win by 64 points this week. Damn. Yeah, their projection thing is weird, though, because I think I was projected to, we were almost even. I was projected to win by 2 or 3 points before the week started. All right, 4 minutes left in this half. Seattle, 8 yards per play this game. You're not going to win many games when you give up 8 yards a play. Miami back, Skylar Thompson finds a receiver on the outside. That's number 30 for about 3 yards. That's Ngolu again. About 3:40 left in the half. I like that the halves have been shorter and shorter, though. I think the half's just about 12, 14 minutes anymore. All right, 13 up in the chat. Hit that like and share button, please, if you're not able to chat. It's because you're not subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. Join this great community here and Fights with Friends. 2nd and 6 for Miami. And Thompson with a high snap, but he's got the ball up and cannot find the receiver, though. Number 80, Connor, looked like he was in a position. He might have been able to catch a touchdown there, but Skylar Thompson just way off on the pass. Oh, yeah, he had a guy. He was open for a moment. Number 2, Jenkins, caught up with him at the last minute. But, yeah, he had an opportunity there and let it slip away. 3:07 left in the half. 3rd and 6 for the Dolphins at midfield. Miami starting with their best starting position of the game on this series. And Miami just keeps shooting themselves in the foot. That's a first start, turning a 3rd and 6 into a 3rd and 11. And the Seahawks all the way up to a minus 2,100 favorite now. Plus 1,000 dog is Miami. Sorry, fellas, just as you said, name Mike, my mom called, so I had to take that. I'm back. Oh, don't apologize for taking a call from your mom, man. Thank you, Robert. Check this morning, and Saquon had 8 points. 10 seconds later, he had 40. Oh, and another sack for the Hawks, but there is a flag. Man must have had run for an 80-yard TD and lit up all your crazy bonuses like a Christmas tree.
Well, half the receivers for the Dolphins stopped thinking the play was over, that it was blown dead. The defensive players for Seattle started pointing the other direction.
Illegal formation. Offense number 73 was in action.
Seattle's like, we don't need that penalty. Just you're doing bad enough by your own self.
Mike McDaniel not happy because everybody stopped. So Skylar Thompson had nobody to throw to, even if he wanted to throw to. Look at the left side. He moves early.
And Mike McDaniel very upset by the call, even though it was declined by Seattle. He's thinking Skylar Thompson maybe missed an opportunity here. Not exactly sure what he's upset about, except for the fact that he coaches the Miami Dolphins right now. Bailey will punt. And another flag. And here come the Hawks running a lateral. Barely gets to the 20-yard line. Tell me this is not a 3rd illegal formation on Miami's punting squad. Or kick, yeah.
From Geno Smith.
Illegal formation.
You have got to be kidding me. 3 illegal formations on the kicking team in one game. I definitely I've never seen 2 illegal formations on a kicking team in a game. Wow, McDaniel looks more like a GTA character than a head coach. Yeah, he does. Hey, he's coaching in Miami. He's gotta have a tough look. I am number 1 Eagle fan in group. Yep. Oh, next year if we stick with this app, we'll have an idea how to use it. Wouldn't have fit your cripple vibe anyway, Rob. All right, 4th and 24 for the hapless Dolphins. At this point, I think the Miami Dolphins want to change their theme song to I Hate Myself and Want to Die. And looks like they're finally going to get a break here on this punt as it lands on the 5-yard line. Great punt here for Miami with 2:33 left in the set. But there's a flag. Tell me this is not another illegal formation. This cannot be a 4th illegal formation on the kick. He's laughing. The referee's fucking laughing. Wow.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Kicking team number 45.
Jesus Christ, Miami. 15-yard unnecessary roughness on the kicking team. How many penalties on a fucking kicking team have you guys ever seen in a game? This is 4 penalties on the fucking kicking team for Miami, and the first half's not even over yet. 3 illegal formations, and now an unnecessary roughness. Wow. Wow, I feel like sending a fruit basket to my Miami fans this week. And I say that, watch, they'll come back and end up beating my Seahawks, but God, not the way they're playing right now. So 4th and 39 for the Dolphins is they will attempt for a 3rd time to get the punt off. This is as bad as 2 safeties and a half. And there is the punt for Miami. We see no flags. Seahawks will catch it on the 32 to the 42. So a difference of 37 yards for Miami. They would have had it down on the 5. The unnecessary roughness, the 15-yard penalty, nets a 37-yard gain for the Seattle Seahawks. Police who assaulted Tyreek should take over as coach. Couldn't be worse, right? Baker already patented the I Hate Myself and Want to Die theme. 8 times? Holy shit. All right, Hawks with the ball. And they'll start on the 42-yard line. Charbonet with the run, and flags coming from every direction. Charbonet maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to be an offensive hold on the Hawks, 10-yard penalty. And Miami needs anything they can get right now. It's on the center, Connor Williams, number 57. Oh, yeah, obvious. He just gave up. He's just like, I'm just going to fucking manhandle you by your jersey. 60 yards in penalties today for Miami. That makes 29 yards in penalty for Seattle. Not the story of the game, but just one more way that the Miami Dolphins have been inept at the game of football today. Wow. Yeah, Hawks are a minus 2,500 favorite at the moment. Dolphins plus 1,100 dogs. The over-under was at 50.5 for a moment. It's come down to 43.5, and the spread is 14.5. Remember, that started at 4 points at the beginning of the game, and Hawks started it as a minus 225 favorite. Wow, even as a Hawks fan, I'm like, man, Miami, can you do a little bit better to make this game more interesting? I'm glad I didn't make the trek to the casino. I'd thought about it because I was like, oh, I'm sure I'll probably get an opportunity to get decent odds on the Hawks, right? No, they started at -2. They got to -180 for a moment. That's the best that I've seen. And if I probably wouldn't have taken it though. All right, and look ahead to looking at fantasy right now. Let's look at some more scores from around the league. Like I said, every game has started, except for, of course, the night game. Panthers still leading the Raiders 14-7. Ravens beating the Cowboys 14-3. Dallas with the ball 5:46 in the second on their own 13-yard line, 1st and 10. Lions up on the Cardinals 13-7. Niners still blanking the Rams 14-0. And that's going to be it for active games at the moment. Holy shit, 5 more for a baker's dozen. Oh my God, I'm switching to the Ravens-Cowboys. Miami stinks. I don't think I have any more games on my set. I'm watching this on Paramount Plus this week. I'd have to pick up a nasty stream. No pun intended. Oh, come on. Definitely pun intended. Pun intended. All right, and Smith finds a receiver who gets drilled on the outside for a loss. Miami's just got to be frustrated at this point. 2nd and 22 for the Hawks. That's a 2-yard loss. A rare loss of yards for Tyler Lockett. Number 5, Ramsey. I mean, he was right there. Beautiful tackle. Ha! Wyatt, no pun intended, my ass. Flag on 5 of the last 7 plays. 4 of them have been accepted. And there's the handoff to Charbonet down the middle. Picks up maybe 6-7 yards. And that's going to be a 3rd and very long for the Hawks. 3rd and 17. And Miami calls a timeout with 1:09 left on the clock. As bad as Miami's played here, if they can force Seattle to punt, if they can stop them on this play, they can force them to punt and somehow score a touchdown, they're within a touchdown going into the half, and they receive the kickoff. So, I said, as horrible as Miami's played, they are not out of this game. They need to be a totally different team in the second half. But game not over. How would you like to be Tua Tagovailoa right now? Forced to sit on the bench and watch this. Oh, man, and there's 3 flags. What is going on this week? Sloppy. And that's another penalty on the number 67, the tackle, Charles Cross. Third and 22nd. Seattle, as I mentioned, will most likely run. I believe Miami has 1 more timeout. Yes, they do. So they should be able to stop the clock, and they will run. And it picks up about, maybe 2-3 yards. Miami immediately calls a timeout. They'll get the ball with 1:01 on the half. Luckily, they're not kicking, so I don't think they can get an illegal formation. Maybe they can get one on the kickoff return team. Remind me, Casey and Willis. Who are they in the league? Casey is my brother-in-law. I think Willis might be... I think Richard Willis is a guy that's been in and out of our streams, but has not been recently. One is Lucky. Yeah, that's Greg's wife. Oh, that's right. I was beat by a girl week 1. Hey, I've seen some girls win some fantasy football leagues, so. All right, 4th and 19. And the Seahawks will punt. And skips out on the 20-yard line. So, well, good punt for Seattle. Dolphins almost blocked the punt.
46-yard punt. Watch Robinson again.
Robinson's so close. Oh, man. He was literally a fingertip away. Thank God they didn't call roughing the passer, because that was... He totally did not, or the punter, he totally did everything he could to not run into him. I mean, he drew incidental contact. But, all right, so Skylar Thompson will start off with the ball, 55 seconds left in the second. I can't imagine he's got a whole lot of confidence at this point, though. And he throws a dagger down the field to the 38. That's going to be Tyreek Hill. He needs to target that guy more. And hurry up offense is an understatement here for Miami on the 40-yard line. 35 seconds left in the half. Skylar. Oh, man, that is the helmet flying on that one. And no penalty to the 41 for Miami. Man, what a hit from Holland. That was not helmet to helmet. That's a hard hit. 2nd and 9 for Miami. Miami will receive the second half kickoff. And there's Skylar Thompson. Finds a receiver on the outside. Number 9, Smith, but he's running out of time. There's only 8 seconds left. So basically on 3rd and 4, I don't think they're within field goal range. If you can find a receiver out of bounds, it's not impossible to get a field goal opportunity here. But it's not going to be easy. They're going to need about 15 yards to get within field goal range on this play. Oh, Seattle playing way back, prevent defense. 3rd and 4. And that forces Skylar Thompson to use up all the clock. Not able to find a receiver, throws down the field in and out of the hands of number 9, and that is the half. One of the few times you'll see prevent defense actually have a positive effect for the defending team. You know, Greg tells you how to play. That's sexist, Robert. Oh, wow. So there was a penalty on Seattle, automatic first down. I'm not sure what the penalty was. Miami will get an opportunity to throw a Hail Mary into the end zone. I mean, it would be one hell of a Hail Mary or a 67-yard field goal, which doesn't sound like a probable idea. It's getting ganged up by them at 2 against 1. Another flag, another penalty on Seattle. No, it's a timeout on Seattle. They showed flag for a moment. I'm sure the scorekeeper just got so used to putting flag up there that he was confused. All right, if McBride is so good, why do I have only 1.7 points from him so far? Probably help each other out strategy-wise for sure. I'd be projected to win if Baker didn't decide to join Team Greg Lucky this week. Right? I'll give you 2 random tight ends for him, Rob. Why? You got Brimstones too. God, it's a good thing we don't have to play 2 tight ends, right? Could you imagine? All right, Miami. Oh. Well, I thought they might kick a field goal. It would be a 62 or a 57 now. Was it a 5 or a 10-yard penalty? Geno counting the man on the field for Miami.
I think what the confusion was for the Dolphins is they thought it was the penalty, so they were going to maybe try to have a shorter kick, and then when they realized it was going to be 67, then they switched back. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't kick a 67-yard field goal. He missed the 57 earlier. You know what's a rough week when your kicker's kicking 57 and 67-yard field goals? And Skylar Thompson back. Once again, he'll have all the time in the world. Can he find a receiver? And he's sacked from behind. Number 58, Hall, puts an exclamation point on the half. And that play pretty much says it all for Seattle and Miami here tonight. Knocks the ball out. Oh, my goodness. That's how I'm going to call it when they win. You got brimstoned. All right. Halftime here in Seattle. Why, it says switch to the Ravens-Cowboys. Just hit the 2-minute warning. Lamar has the ball. Let me see if I have it. I think this is the only game I have available. I could go over to my OctaStream box, but it takes a long time to find NFL games on there. Like by the time I found it, half would probably be over. I'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. It's not like this game is ultra competitive if we miss a little bit of it. That streams. I'm not putting that shit on my computer though. That's my streaming computer. I got to use the OctaStream box. But thank you. I thought that was the one you were using, Robert. Apparently, we got to stream on Sundays more often. This it's been a clean stream so far, at least. All right, we'll go to NFL. Ravens and Cowboys. It's not any closer though, right? Aren't the Ravens beat? Yeah, 14-3. All right, yeah. Let's go to this here at the half. Anyways, 1:53 left in the half here between the Ravens and the Cowboys. Baltimore with the ball. 1st and 10 on the 50. If you're watching along, it's going to be on Fox and apparently Mess Streams. And there's a reception. Go, go, go. All the way to the 30-25. And there's is that a fumble? They're going to say he's down. There's a hooker on the field. He tried to pick the ball up on that fumble, but Yeah, he was definitely down. You got to go for it, though. If you're Dallas, you got to jump on it. You never know. 1:20 left in the half. 1st and 10 for Baltimore on their own 28-yard line. Lamar back, hands it off. It's going to be maybe 2 yards for the running back there, number 22.
Just run play outside of the defensive line that you don't have to.
That's number 22, Henry. 110 yards rushing today for Baltimore on 20 rushes for 2 touchdowns. 5.5 yards per average run. That is a very high run average. Did that for 22 years. Been clean. But did you try the stream? But did you do it by the stream? Yeah, that's a good run. Meanwhile, Mike is popping pills. Nah. All right, 1:05 left in the half. That's Derrick Henry, of course, for the 4-time Pro Bowler. 2nd and 7 for Baltimore. And there's the snap. Jackson back, has time, finds a receiver, gets to about the 18, 19-yard line. It's number 43 for Baltimore. Number 43, Hill. Lamar Jackson, 8 of 9 today for 143 yards. Baltimore on the 18. Jackson back again, under pressure, finds a receiver. That's going to pick up about 3 yards. Brings Baltimore to about their 12, 13-yard line. Dallas seemed like a Super Bowl contender on week 1. The fuck happened to these boys? Popping pills? Never said such absurdities. Oh, popping bottles. So, factory do math in literal river streams. Oh, my God. All right, 2nd and 7 for Baltimore. 31 seconds left on the clock. They're already leading 14-3. This would be Baltimore's first win of the year, actually. Dallas 1-1 coming into this. Jackson 4 for 4 on this drive for 47 yards. And there's the snap. Jackson back. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's number 7, Rashad Bateman. And that puts Baltimore up 20-3 with 25 seconds left in the half. Hey, who's worse than Miami today? Maybe Dallas. At least they have the excuse of a backup quarterback. Shit, I forgot Baltimore was 0-2. Best 0-2 team in the league. I'm cook math, but let's keep that between us. I don't know what you're talking about. Throw me a pick, Dak. God knows my weak-ass team needs it. Do you have Baltimore's defense? At least you'll get good defensive points. Yeah, they just made that look easy. There's nobody on Bateman. All right, now Lamar Jackson's doing okay for me. Oh, they haven't updated him. Still got him at 14.95 points. I don't know where you get the decimals. Must be yards. I was only 18. Yeah, I got the Ravens. Nice. Huh. Well, don't talk about it on here, Robert, if you don't want anybody to know. I'm sure you're past the statute of limitations at this point, though. I have no doubt. Baltimore with the kickoff. And that'll go in the end zone. Dallas will take over on the 30-yard line. Just 25 seconds left. They do have 2 timeouts. Robert's like, don't tell anybody. Let me keep talking about it inside of this stream to the world. And a flag on the play here. Good idea, Wyatt. By the time this half's over, Seahawks and Dolphins should be back on. What are these flags made out of this year? I think maybe the referees just really like touching them. Are they made out of silk or something? I threw the flag there. There wasn't even a penalty. All right, we'll see if Dallas can come up with something here. They're starting on the 30-yard line, just 25 seconds left in the half. Dak back. Can't find a receiver, and he's going to run almost for a first down. Picked up about 7-8 yards there. And the important thing is he gets out of bounds. So, I guess just 6. 2nd and 4. Gave up a valuable 6 seconds, though. All right, CeeDee Lamb moving to the outside. Prescott said something to him, so he'll at least be looking to see if Lamb... Oh, he just audibled at the line, though. And Dak back 2nd and 4. He's going to air it up. Oh, wide open. Number 88, that is a huge play, and that gets the Cowboys within field goal range.
That's the type of play you're going to need for the rest of the game. It's going to be in Dak's hands. Can you match it? They're certainly in field goal range.
And that was CB Lamb.
You could really throw the ball anywhere on the field.
58 yards for Lamb today. And Dak is back with about 10 seconds left. He's going to air it up to the end zone. Back to Lamb again. And flags coming from everywhere. He just got smashed. And Lamb very upset. I'm not sure he realized that the flags came in. But that is a huge penalty. That'll put Dallas on the 1-yard line with 6 seconds left. But I think Lamb's more upset because I think he feels like he would have came down with that ball. It's number 2, Wiggins, just completely wraps him up. He's smacking him all the way down, lands on him with his body weight. And they're going to talk about this. Yeah, how would this not be? Maybe there'll be an additional foul here. That is about the worst holding penalty you will ever have. The holding penalty basically takes the points away from Dallas. Man, that huge pass from Dak Prescott would have put Dallas on the 1-yard line with the pass interference, but the hold offsets it, and Dallas will have to kick a field goal with 6 seconds left. Brandon Aubrey, a stud kicker, 14 of 14 from 50-plus yards. This will be a 51-yarder. Baltimore's going to call a timeout and try to ice him. I got the Ravens. Oh, that was weird for a second. My chat wasn't updating. App is definitely malfunctioning again. Says there's 3:10 left in the half. Ravens game. I noticed it looked like it was a little behind. Not proud of it, but hey, what a crazy life I've lived. In fact, a college professor from San Bernardino got arrested for selling him in a FBI sting I used to pick up from. That's in the past. Ha. Literally, no, statute of limitations is what would protect you. Means they can't go after you after a certain amount of years. What TV show? Powder Puff Girls? And a booming 51-yarder put 6 on the board for the Cowboys. They'll still go in down by 15. And we're going to head back over to Seattle. And Miami will take the ball. I just imagine this coach for Miami's got to be livid. I kind of want to hear his halftime speech. Remember they used to do that thing mic'd up? I want to hear some of the, like, angriest halftime speech. Not the best halftime speeches. The angriest halftime speeches. Because you know some of these coaches probably got pretty personal. Not something we'd see from a Pete Carroll over in Seattle, but okay, enough of me oversharing it. I'm blaming that on the steroids. All right, back to Seattle and Lumen Field. Oh, not round, quarter. I'm back to boxing here. Boxing and MMA. All right, and Miami gets the ball to about the 25-yard line.
To the 25.
6-yard reception from number 30, Ngulu. 2nd and 4 for Miami. It's 3 receptions today for, and Gold, excuse me. 3 receptions for him today. Rob's version would be the Powder Puff Boys. Haha, Powder was the early 90s, math. Cowboys kicker has been my only great player this season. Bam. And there is a handoff to Devin Achane, man, who takes on the whole Seahawks team. I think everybody got a shot at him there. He gets within 2 yards of a first down, 3rd and 2. Devin Achane is the whole team today. Some good shuffle steps there. I have Seattle's defense today, too. Mike, how are you so far behind? Miami punting on my screen. I don't know. It's just the Paramount Plus app. And a sack for Seattle. A huge sack for number 0. Wow. 4th and 11 for Miami. And he may have hurt Skylar Thompson on that sack. And he set him down pretty gently. Thompson still got up pretty slowly. All right, here's the punt from Miami. Jay Bailey, 43.5-yard average today on 4 punts. And that one, will be caught on the 30 to the 35 to about the 38. I didn't think he was going to be able to keep that in bounds, but got about 8 more yards out of him. Of course, there's a flag on the play. Please, God, don't let it be an illegal formation on Miami's kicking team. If it's another one, I'm going to assume they don't understand what the formation is. No flag on the play.
Thank you very much. They're looking at Thompson.
All right, 12:37 left in the third quarter, and what a sack from number 0, Dodson. First down here, Thompson seems more like a soccer player. I mean, like, I'm sorry, if you name your kid Skylar, I'm not sure how he becomes an NFL football player anyways. If you name your boy Skylar, like, it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. If you lived a life like me living now, you can't take shit too seriously. I'll always be okay. Yes, all right, I'm going to take a quick restroom break from the beating here. We'll be right back. Day I quit drinking, that's when I would worry about me. That's when I'll be dead. Oh, jeez, Robert. Maybe they'll come up with a substitute for alcohol that you can take that gives you the same buzz with no health concerns. I doubt it, but technology is a crazy thing. I don't even want to know what the odds are now. Seahawks minus 6,500, plus 1,800 on Miami. And nothing on the second down play there. Los Angeles Rams getting on the board, 14-7, San Francisco still. Brock Purdy with 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Anybody has him. 2nd and 8, Geno Smith. Fakes the handoff, has plenty of time on the outside, finds Metcalf for just about 3 yards there, so it should be about 3rd and 5. 3rd and 6, only 2 yards, but anytime you get the ball into Metcalf's hands, a big play can break out. And looks like an injury on Miami here. Oh no, Fuller is out. And now their backup cornerback is hurt. Wow.
Thursday Night Football on Prime. It's on.
Well, what's the over-under? You got no cornerbacks basically left here in Miami. That over-under's moved to 37.5. I don't know if Seattle's going to try to put more points on the board. Spread 16.5 points. 37.5. Well, they're at 20 right now, so that makes sense. Remember, this over-under was at 50.5 at one point. Still no update on the app. I just usually check that at night before I go to bed. Must have a funnel at my graveside that goes to my casket. My friends can come get me some. Ha ha. You should ask to be buried with a flask, Robert. Rob, could you give us a quick rant on how shit this fantasy app is, please? Man, I just read what I just said. Man, my brain is twisted. All right, 17-3 here. Panthers putting another touchdown, another 10 points on the board, leading the Raiders 24-7. They have the ball on their own 35-yard line with 9:59 left to go in the third, 1st and 10. As we talked about, the Ravens leading the Cowboys 21-6. Lions tack on a field goal, leading the Cardinals now 20-10 with 13:03 left in the third. Rams have the ball down by a touchdown, 14-7, but 4th and 5. And that's all the games still going on right now. Phil D, talking to you if you're here. All right, I think he's listening. Skylar Thompson, 11 for 18, 85 yards today. Achane with 23 receiving yards. Geno Smith on the other side, over 200 yards. Had a touchdown. And 3rd and 6 here for the Seattle Seahawks at about the 42-yard line. There's the snap. Defense coming quickly, and that's a sack. Number 93, Campbell. That offensive line just collapsed. There was 3 guys that could have got the hit on Smith, and Geno looking a little irritated by that. He got like 0 protection. So how did number 78 and 26? Look, 15 blew by both of them. I know Charbonnet's a running back, but you got to still be able to block. And then what about our other guy here? Yeah, I'd be a little irritated if I was Geno too. I got you, duder, till that day. What's up, Phil? Not soon, though. We need our drunken charge. Yes. All right, 4th and 13, and Seattle will have to punt. They're punting to Berrios, who had a 44-yarder earlier. He'll have to call for a fair catch at about the 13-yard line. Number 83, Young, was about to take him out of his uniform. And there's a flag on the play. I'm imagining probably illegal formation of Miami's kicking team.
Celebration. The signs every place. NFL, of course, with games south of the border in Sao Paulo to begin. Mexico City is on the schedule and the future. Flag was thrown, as you can see. Another one in this one.
Do not let this be illegal formation on the kicking team.
Was coming on the field, and then they went off the field because they think it's going to be repunted or potentially repunted.
Thompson looks like he's going to come back in here after taking a wicked hit.
Looks like it might be on Seattle here.
The stadium getting in on all the penalties with some background music.
There are fouls by both teams, and they will offset. Illegal formation. Number 52 is lined up in the backfield. During the kick, holding, receiving team 5.
So Miami had another illegal formation on the kick. This is 4 times. You need to stop this game because obviously their kicking team does not understand what formation they're supposed to be in. That's 4 illegal formation penalties on the Miami Dolphins kicking team. Have you guys ever seen one illegal formation penalty on a kicking team? If you haven't watched a lot of football, you may not have. Wow. Like, they need to have like a 2-hour meeting just on, okay, this is what a formation of a kicking team looks like. I'm going to start watching Miami. Like, what are they doing? Bo Nix with a big game for Denver today. The rookie quarterback. Ain't going nowhere soon. Heaven doesn't want me, and hell's afraid to take over.
The last couple of years of Baltimore, and last year there was the first time in NFL history that a defense led the league in fewest points allowed, turnovers, and sacks.
All right, so Seattle will repunt this with no penalty.
Fair caught at about the 23 by Berrios.
Oh no, excuse me. That was that illegal formation. That was actually on Seattle, but I guess it couldn't have been on Miami. They weren't punting. Still, they've had 3 illegal formations on their kicking team this game. And Miami will take over. Skylar Thompson will take back over at quarterback, as much as it doesn't seem like he wants to. 11 for 18 for 85 yards today for Thompson. Fakes the handoff, and he finds Tyreek Hill for a big first down at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. And as I mentioned earlier, as much as a drubbing as this seems like, it's still just a 14-point game. Maybe I'm here just to entertain you fights of friends and maniacs. Well, we're glad you're here. 1st and 10, just under 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's a wacky league. You never know what's going to happen. Skylar Thompson back. Oh, finds a receiver. Finds Devon Achane as the receiver this time, but
He got just waylaid. I think it was Derek Hall that came through, but he is down again, and there is Tim Boyle.
and Skylar Thompson laying on his back. Miami might have to bring in their 3rd-string quarterback here. Soccer player confirmed. Let's see. Oh, he barely touched. Oh, yeah, that is a hell of a flop from Skylar Thompson. Holding his side. Oh, I mean, maybe he stepped wrong or something. He wants out of this game. This dude never wanted in this game. He was running from a defensive tackle and literally set the fucking ball on the ground. I have never seen a quarterback do that. Skylar Thompson, how is this guy in the NFL? I'm having a hard time believing that this guy was ever a good quarterback for any team. God works mysterious ways. Soccer player confirmed. 100% pussy alert. Man is not a football player. Pussy alert. Agreed, Wyatt. Oh, man. My God. Yeah, they got to kick this guy out of the league, right? Like, you can't put this guy back in. You're just going to have to use your 3rd string until Tua comes back. Anyone see Arch Manning playing for Texas A&M the other day? Kid is impressive, very impressive. No, is that a Manning son? A son of Eli or Peyton? Or just coincidentally has the last name? Skylar Thompson would get his ass whooped by Skylar from Breaking Bad, right? 55-year-old stressed out woman. Oh, dude, she would beat the shit out of him. Starter got it, Jared. He was called in. Yeah, Skylar Thompson apparently is not a football player. Not somebody you want on your team. Starter, God, Jared. Yeah, what he said. If you could just pick, like, if you could bet against players, I'm betting against Skylar Thompson if he ever starts again. I know they do have the over-under for yards thrown, but what's it going to be next week if he plays again? Like 60?
The quarterback taking the place of Tua Tagovailoa, who is concussed and out for 4 games, including today, and there's Tua. The backup is Tim Boyle, who they just elevated, a guy who has played or been a part of 6 teams
So you're going to take Skylar Thompson. When it's not a penalty for hitting the quarterback in today's game, how in the hell
So he gets hit underneath the right arm and he lands on the left arm.
are you
Once he's
injured?
going down, he pins that right arm against his body. So he's already favoring the right side.
No, dude wanted out of this game.
Dotson plants him on that right shoulder.
That's not an injury though. No, I'm gonna
Couple of throws on the sideline.
call bullshit on that. He wanted out of this game. What do you guys think? This guy, he did not want to play anymore. He's tired. He says, I'm tired of getting beat up. This game's not for me. No way the third stringer is less of a pussy, right? Dolphins in trouble without Hawk Tua. What's up, King James? Tim Boyle looks like a Skylar clone. Are they twins? 4 touchdowns and 12 interceptions for Mr. Boyle. I'm glad I picked the Seahawks as my defense this week. And he's going to immediately hand it off to Achane, who's probably going to be asking for a trade in the weeks before. Or in the between. No, that was number 23, actually. But Achane, he's got to be like, dude, they are going to run me every fucking play. I got to get out of here. What's up, Jason Kagan? But bet the refs, not the teams. Oh, dude, you haven't been watching this game then. I mean, yeah, there's been refs, but Miami has put up one of the worst performances offensively. And there's a fumble, and I think Seattle has it. No, Wilson got it. Miami picks it up. So 4th and 4 for Miami after fumbling the ball. Jesus. Jason the Real Hawk Tua would be better than Skylar. Get that little girl out of there. Zebras are determined outcomes more than ever. Well, they haven't been determinate in this game. 4th and 3, and Miami's going to go for it. Nah, they call it timeout. They were just going to try to draw Seattle. Jason and James. Miami has had 3 penalties for illegal formation on their kicking team. Like, that is one of the rarest penalties in the game, and they had it 3 times. I believe they were all in the first half. Like, you obviously do not understand what the formation is they're looking for. But it's been a hilarious game, I think. Skylar Thompson has been a comedic relief. He's being chased down earlier in the game, Jason, and he's running. He looks like he's scared for his life, and he's so scared he doesn't throw the ball away. He doesn't go down for a sack. He literally lays the ball down on the ground for the Seahawks, and luckily one of his teammates was able to jump on it, luckily for him. And that one, good defense there by Seattle to knock that one away. And Seattle will take over 1st and 10 here in the 3rd. Wow. Yeah, Boyle throws a drunk duck, and that one's batted away by the Seahawks secondary. And poor Boyle. Bring this guy in for like 2 plays, and he's already going for it on 4th and 3. All right, Seahawks will take over. Yeah, I hear about the 52-yard line. And there's no reason Miami had to go for it. Like, they're only down 2 touchdowns. You got 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. And there's a pitch back to Charbonet, the running back, and he picks up about 5. And there is a flag on this play. Robert for president.
Offense number 86. 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Right, James? All right, that's going to be holding on the offense. Seattle, the tight end, Farrell Brown. Backup tight end. Oh yeah, he grabbed his jersey good. He was swinging him around by it. I like Anderson Silva grabbing Shell Sonen's shorts in their rematch. And there's the snap. Smith back, rushed out. Almost finds Metcalf. Metcalf out of bounds, though. 2nd and 20. Miami brung everybody, and this Seattle offensive line seems to really be wearing down. They played a pretty good first half, but since then they really haven't been there. Well, it says Tyreek, Waddle, Achane, a decent defense. Miami should not be this shot. Skylar is a one-man wrecking crew of his own team, right? Smith back, fakes the handoff, pressure coming in, and overthrows Metcalf under pressure. 3rd and 20. Well, Miami would have been correct to expect a run play there, because I was expecting on 2nd down they would probably run it to make a shorter 3rd down, but now you're sitting at 3rd and 20. For those that don't know, that want to watch the game, if you have Paramount Plus, all of the games this year, all the NFL games that are on CBS, will also be shown on Paramount Plus. Snap to Geno Smith, and Jesus with the flags, guys. Well, false start on Seattle. That's another 5 yards. That's the guard, Anthony Bradford. 2nd false start on him today.
Well, you think Geno wasn't happy with it. I can tell you, as quarterback, you go in there and go, listen, I'm going to go hard count. Nobody jump. We're going hard count on this one.
Neither team great on 3rd down conversions today. Miami 0 for 8. Seattle just 1 for 7. And that's why they haven't put more points on the board. So 3rd and 25. Expect Metcalf to go deep. Smith back, and he's going to hand it off to Charbonet, who gets all the way to the 50-yard line. He can't pick up the 25, but he picks up about 12, I think.
4th and 14 after the gain of 12.
Yeah, exactly, 12. 4th and 13 for Seattle. And with where they took the ball over, it wasn't for the penalties, they'd be kicking a field goal.
For the injured Kenneth Walker. Walker out once again.
Instead, I believe they will be punting.
Injury.
There's Kenneth Walker III on the sidelines. Not in the game, so he's not fully suited up like Russell Wilson was the other week. Oh, and that skips into the end zone.
And no flag.
That could have been a big moment.
That is a cause for celebration.
That could have been a great punt for Seattle, but skips into the end zone at the last moment. Charbonet is one big-ass dude. Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's a big halfback. For sure. Miami should prioritize a worthy QB2. Hawk 2 is history of leading with his coconut. Yeah. Well, and being out again, yeah, they need somebody. Obviously, this Skylar guy's a fucking idiot. And then their 3rd-string quarterback in the NFL, 4 touchdowns, 12 interceptions over his career. I don't know, guys. I'm just glad Geno Smith's doing good for us, because I was ready to bench him before the year started. I didn't think he was the guy. I was going to go with our backup we signed, I think, from the Commanders, but I'm glad we didn't. I was wrong. Geno Smith's had a great year so far. And knock on wood, it looks like Seattle should go 3-0 after today's game. Do they even have odds on this now? Yes, they do. Seattle minus 8,500 favorite, plus 2,000 for Miami. Rob has 18.5 points with 2 positions left to play. Meanwhile, he has D. Johnson on his bench. 28.6 points. I feel your pain, bro. Oh, nothing worse than having your bench outscore your starters. Really, Wyatt? Damn, didn't see that. Is the app working now? I guess it must be. And take a look here. Yeah, 26 points now for Lamar Jackson. He's coming through for me now. Oh, I didn't realize Jordan Love, the quarterback for Green Bay, is out. They still won 30-14 against Tennessee. Apparently, they did prioritize a backup quarterback. All right, 1st and 10 for the Miami Dolphins. 6:32 left here in the third. Somehow they got away with going for it on 4th earlier. And they get to about the 26-yard line with Achane, but that is another flag.
Wrapped up, turned Thomas all the way around, that gets the arm around the back, and that's easy to call.
Tell that to Julian Hill. No word yet on the injured backup quarterback Skylar Thompson.
Skylar Thompson's not playing again, guys. He's not hurt, but he's not playing. Gotta face reality, commentators. Jesus. All right, and there's a reception for number 17. Waddle gets to about the 12-yard line for Miami. Just under 6 minutes left to go in the third. Mike has 158 points. Ah, Jesus. Yeah, like I said, I got lucky to get a good team this year. Just 116 total yards of offense today for Miami. I think most of it is by the running back Achane, too. 2nd and 17. And they're going to pitch to the outside to Tyreek Hill. Picks up maybe the 7. Probably about 5. Set up a 3rd and long here for Miami. 3rd and 11, so it picks up 6. I went all around it. Who had CD Lamb? Do you have Lamb, Robert? I thought maybe I heard that. 67 yards for him today. And here comes the Miami running game. Almost a first down there. That was a long run. But it's going to make 4th and short. And, oh, my God, that Miami coach, he's just beyond depressed right now.
They send the punting unit out there.
1 of 17 on 3rd down between these two teams.
I don't know if I've seen that before.
I can't recall. Heard one team struggling.
And there is the punt for Miami. Fair catch by Seattle, number 33. And 53-yard punt there for number 16, Bailey. He might be their MVP today. You see key injuries in the NFC West. Cooper Kupp out with an ankle. Nakau, wide receiver for the Rams, out. Injured reserve with a knee injury. Christian McCaffrey on the Niners, injured reserve, and Daniel Samuel Jr. out too. Man, And there's the tight end for Seattle. Noah Fant picks up a 6-yard reception with 3:50 left in the third. And Smith back. Finds Tyler Lockett on the sideline for another first down. The one thing Seattle has done is they really haven't put on a lot of points on the board for how this game has been going. Skylar the Pussy Thompson is my second favorite player behind Ray Rice. Oh, and there's a reception and first down and more for Noah Fant, the tight end. Yeah, I guess I should have kept him. I had him for like a week or two. Wyatt. Kidding, of course. I just realized I'm playing Billy this week. I have 18 points. Yes, 63.
You have to give the other side an opportunity.
All right, 1st and 10. The snap to Geno. Finds a receiver again. I believe that's Charbonet. Yeah, finds the running back for about 7-8 yards there. And looking over to San Francisco and the Rams. And the Rams score a running touchdown over there. They're within a touchdown against San Francisco, 21-14. 2nd and 2 for the Hawks. So it was an 8-yard gain for Charbonet. Smith the Charbonet. And Smith back under pressure. Is that Charbonet again? No, that's 88. Another first down for Geno Smith. He is really spreading the ball around. I swear, I didn't think he was a communist, but he is evenly distributing the yards today. Smith back under pressure again. Once again, finds a receipt, finds 88, but that's going to be for a loss this time.
Yeah, guys, that was a scary moment on the Dolphins sideline when Skylar Thompson went down. The concern was palpable, but there was a collective sigh of relief when he was able to walk off to the locker room under his own power.
Oh yeah, Skylar Thompson's just fine.
Injury, and thankfully Tua Tagovailoa is here to assist Tim Boyle as well as Daryl Devil.
Mel, could you mean like a punctured lung? Would that the concern on the sideline?
I was not given any indication of a detail, but I'm told.
Oh, Skylar Thompson's a drama queen. I guarantee you he does not have a punctured lung from getting touched on the chest. Oh my goodness! Miami brings half the city on that one. What happened to Seattle's offensive line there? He just got sacked by like 5 guys.
So my guess is they're going to call it intentional grounding because before he went to the ground.
Yeah, intentional grounding is a loss of down too.
There's 3 penalty flags, so there could be something other than intentional grounding on the play.
Well, I'm glad for 3 because you've only had 2 on most of the plays today, so 3 is a change of pace.
Let's see what the penalty is here.
Offense number 7. Ross is down with a 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Yeah, intentional grounding on Geno Smith. Just everybody's coming for him, and you can't throw the ball in the grass like that. Man, there are so many Miami Dolphins coming at him.
The number of penalties we've seen on special teams.
I think he threw away that ball to try to save his life. Mm, 18 points is crazy work. At least Johnson has 32.2 on your bench. Put him in next week for show. Yes. 3rd and 21 for Geno Smith. And that ball's batted, and Miami intercepts it. Wow. And Miami once again somehow has a chance in this game.
Yeah, and that's 2 interceptions. interceptions for Geno Smith today, and both of them coming on deflections.
That one's Geno's fault, even though it's a deflection. It was deflected from a Miami player.
Look at Zach Charbonet.
How about that concentration?
Wow. Had him in this week, but listen to this new app telling me to optimize, and it took him out, put someone else in. Sounds like a great app, Rob. Right? Mike's next play is the furthest thing from intentional grounding. All right, 2nd and 9. Tim Boyle back in this bitch. Let's fucking go. 2nd and 9. Dude, he's got 4 touchdowns and 12 interceptions in his career. He's going to light this shit on fire. This has got to be like a great game for you, Wyatt, because Wyatt just loves watching bloopers. And there's a throw, and that might be defensive pass interference on Witherspoon. Yeah, they just jacked the receiver in glue there.
Pass interference. Defense number 20. First down is called a foul.
It's number 20, Julian. Oh, yeah, he just pushed him. As I say, should have been on Witherspoon. Witherspoon fucking jacked him. The ball's just coming. The ball's there where Witherspoon's like, BAM! You ain't catching us, ball, bitch. I'd rather get a pass interference.
Third quarter's come to a close.
And Tim Boyle's like, man, I wanted that reception and those yards. I need that to pad my stats. All right, and third string quarterback. Miami down to their third string quarterback, Tim Boyle, son of Susan Boyle, the famous singer from America's Got Talent. No, not really. Nah, good luck. I do love this game. I'm pumped for Boyle to throw some Hail Marys. No, this is a fucking hilarious game to watch. This is actually a very fun game. Like how would you make a blooper reel out of this game? It's like 60 minutes of game time and like 40 minutes of bloopers. I know, I shouldn't pick on Susan like that. So I guess I should have bet on the Seahawks at minus 205 opening. All right, let's go around the league where there are some competitive games. I know I seen one. Yes, the Rams within a touchdown against the Niners. Niners have the ball up 21-14 going into the fourth quarter. 3rd and 1 on the Rams 18-yard line, though, so they are threatening. Ravens just whooping up on the Cowboys 28-6. They got a 4th and 20, though, so they'll have to punt to them. Panthers embarrassing the Las Vegas Raiders 33-7. You're being embarrassed by the Carolina Panthers. Like, that's not a good week. Miami sends half the city. Seattle decided not to block on this one. Loving the commentary today. Well, thank you, Wyatt. It's been a fun game to call somehow. 19 combined penalties for 153 combined yards. So there's more yards and penalties than both of Miami's quarterbacks put together. By a long shot, I believe. All right, 1st and 10. Tim Boyle going to bring it back, though. And he fakes the handoff. Offensive line holding up for him. He's going to run it. Look at Boyle. sliding 2 yards short of the first down marker when he was in almost zero danger. Definitely could have gotten that first down. He's going to play it safe, though. They're probably like, hey, you're our last quarterback. We're going to have to bring in the punter to throw the ball pretty soon. 2nd and 4 here for Miami. Look at the look on Boyle's face, Wyatt. Did you see that? He looks fucking terrified. And he hands the ball off. They pick up about 2. Oh, picked up 3. So 3rd and 1 for Miami. Let's see if they can get a first down. I'm rooting for him at this point. Miami and Seattle switch places. Mike would be pissed. Right? It's only funny because it's not Seattle who's sucking nuts. True enough. Wow, Miami averaged 375 yards this season. Just over 100 today. 3rd and 1. And there's the handoff, and they will get the first down. Good job, Miami. Good job. That's Achane. Achane. Been like half of their team. Oh, I'd have shut this off. If Miami was Seahawks, you know I'd have shut this off already. There'd probably be broken things in here. And Achane on the sideline for a moment for some reason. 13 minutes left in this game. And Boyle fakes the handoff, finds a receiver for a first down. That's number 9, Smith. And the surprise in the commentator's voice that Tim Boyle threw a good pass is worth the price of admission. Yeah, he had a good spiral on that ball. All right, 1st and 10, and Miami threatening. Like I've been saying, they're only down by 14. And here's Boyle, and that one knocked away. Good defense. It looks Woolen with good coverage there. Greg Thomas also in on that play, though. I think it was Greg Thomas, the linebacker, that knocked it out. Yes, it was. From Waddle. That's an excellent play. It's Achane, not a Achane. But if we want to do another Jamal, I got no issues. Jamal. All right, Boyle back, finds a receiver for a first down inside the 5-yard line. If Seattle loses this game, that's going to be embarrassing. Tyreek Hill, 1st and goal. I'll tell you what, I think Tim Boyle just moved up in the quarterback pecking order. I don't know what they're going to do with this Skylar Thompson guy, but
he is not taken a Paul, an offensive snap. He is a rookie. Patrick Paul is number 52 if he does come in for Jackson.
So offensive lineman Austin Jackson might be injured for Miami. That's not something they can afford.
6'7", 331. Eichenberg, the right guard, and the right
6'7", 331 yards. That's a big man.
will get some attention on the sideline.
And Austin Jackson will have to come out for at least one play because of the injury timeout. Well, hopefully he's okay. You don't ever want to see anybody injured, regardless of the team. All right, 1st and goal for Miami. I bet they were starting to think they'd never hear that today. And that run is met with a sea of Hawks at the line of scrimmage. Knocks Achane back for a loss of maybe a yard. It's Achane. Oh, Achane sounds better. I'm going to call him Achane the Train. He'll thank me later. And Seahawks fans having a good time there in Lumen Field today. 2nd and goal for Miami. And they're going to hand it off once again. Pick up about 2 yards. So I think we're going to have 3rd and goal from about the 2-yard line.
Just came in to play the right tackle on that play. 3rd and goal coming up.
Yeah, Jackson just missed the one snap, came back in.
That was Achane the Train, not able to get it in. 6'7", 331 yards. Yeah. Say the letter A, then Chan, like Jackie Chan. Achane? I like Achane. All right, 3rd and goal. Big play here from Miami to the end zone and in and out of the hands of number 81.
Great coverage. Excellent placement by this football. He has it for a second.
He almost had that in the corner of the end zone. And Jenkins had beautiful coverage on it. And he still almost comes down with that somehow. I think Miami's going to go for it here on 4th and 1. Yes, they are. 4th and goal from the 2-yard line. And Boyle to the end zone, almost intercepted. And Witherspoon bats it away. You actually don't want to intercept it there. Well, I guess it wouldn't have made any difference. Maybe a yard or 2. Wow. A big risk by Miami and a big loss. Dude, Boyle throws a dime and you don't catch it? Come on, man. That will never happen again. What a throw on 4th down. Right? Did that pass before that? Yeah, that was an incredible pass, but could not come down with it. It looked like the hit, the momentum from Witherspoon that was guarding him too, might have made it a little more difficult for him to catch it at the end. But can't say he didn't try. He dove into the end zone for sure. Yeah, Miami kind of gave this game up. I mean, I don't know. They could have a big defensive play here. Geno Smith's going to have his back to the end zone. God knows he loves safeties. Raiders have scored a touchdown, converted on the 2-point conversion. They still trail 33-15 though, with the ball on their 35-yard line. 10:56 left to go in the 4th. Ravens beating up on the Cowboys 28-6 at the end of the 3rd quarter. Cardinals have the ball down by 10. 12 minutes left to go in the 4th. 20-10. They could come back. 49ers put a field goal on the board against the Rams, lead 24-14. Los Angeles Rams with the ball on their 30-yard line, and that is it for the games active right now. It seems like it's been a long game, though. Maybe it's not been I don't know. It started at 1:05 tip-off, and it's almost 4, so almost a 3-hour game already. Geno may love safeties, but at least he doesn't leave the field to find safety. All right, wink, wink, Skylar. Yeah, this is true. All right, 10-22, and a run on 1st and 10 for Seattle. Maybe gets a yard or 2. You see a couple of Miami jerseys in the crowd. Dan Marino there in his box. He does not look like a happy man. He can't even look at it. They showed him on the camera. He went and hid. He went and hid behind something so they can't see him. And there's a reception for Njigba, but another flag.
His second today. He's only made one.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 4. A 15-yard penalty. We have another play.
All right, so you got the yards for that one, Robert. Smith-Njigba. Unless you benched him. I hope you didn't bench Jaxon Smith-Njigba. That'd be a bad idea. Oh, yeah, that was a definite face mask. He was holding on to that face mask with everything he had. He got his 15 yards worth. Looks like he's on suicide watch. Right? Dude, he looked very depressed and went and hid from the camera. All right, the snap for Smith finds a receiver over the middle, just short. DK Metcalf just short of the first down, 2nd and 1. Come on, DK, you need another big touchdown for me. I think I can get to 200 points. 104 yards and a touchdown for DK today. Assuming they will hand it off to Charbonet here. Does that delay a game?
Seattle unbeaten, Miami 1 up, 1 down on the season.
False start.
Oh,
Offense number 70. 5-yard penalty.
false start.
Laken Tomlinson.
So 2nd and 6. Geno just wanted a little more room. Second and 6 here for the Seahawks. 9 minutes left in the game. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense Miami going for the touchdown earlier. They would have only been a touchdown out. And Geno drops the snap, but recovers and once again finds a receiver. That's the tight end Fant. Once again, 3rd and 1 for the Seahawks. I'm going to need Bajan and Rice to go nuclear in order to win this week. Hey, maybe they will. Rob's going to need Mahomes to throw 13 touchdowns. He's going to need some long bombs from him, too. Pick up some of those bonuses. All right, 1st and 10 for the Hawks. 16 first downs for Seattle today, 11 for Miami. Honestly, I think Miami might be okay if they just don't ever use Skylar Thompson as quarterback again and they teach their kicking team what formation they're supposed to be in. And another reception there for the tight end, Noah Fant. 2nd and 2 for the Hawks.
When they brought Geno Smith here, he had been a backup for Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, and then here for Russell. 2nd and 2.
Geno back. And there's Njigba. And he catches it and picks up about 15 yards there. There you go, Rob. Well, Robert's got Jaxon Smith-Njigba starting to pick up some momentum here. And you can tell in Geno, his 3rd year as a starter, he's getting better. He's starting to spread the ball out more. 1st and 10. Looks like probably a running play here, I would assume. Yeah, he's going to hand it off to Charbonet, who picks up 10, 12 yards for another first down. So Charbonet really not, Seahawks not really missing a beat in the running game with Kenneth Walker out. 67 yards and a touchdown today for Zach Charbonet. The other touchdown from the Seahawks coming from Geno Smith to DK Metcalf. 337 yards for the Hawks today, just 169 for the Dolphins. And Smith backhands it off to Charbonet once again, who breaks 2 tackles and gets another 10-yard run. Another first down for Seattle. And I guess he's able to stay in bounds. I thought he was out, but clock's still running. And Seahawks, just like that, they're about 12 yards out of the end zone. A lot of Charbonnet. I didn't say Chardonnay, Robert. Don't get too excited. First and 10. There's another handoff to Charbonnet, who drips out another 3 yards. Well, I'm always against someone with the Seahawks running back. First Walker, now this. Oh, that sucks, man. I'm sorry. And about 5 minutes of misery left here for the Miami Dolphins.
Seems to be taken out of their set. You know, you had that long drive, you get inside the 5, you're like, okay, we're going to punch this in, make it a one-possession game, and then next thing you know, they don't get in.
Yeah, Miami was just, they were just a yard away from making this a one-score game just a couple minutes ago. And there's Charbonnet again on 2nd and 7 with another touchdown. Sorry, Wyatt. Zach Charbonet having a career game for the Seattle Seahawks today, and that puts them up 23-3. And I think we can put a fork in this one. Although I'm not going anywhere, this game has been thoroughly entertaining. Fuck, that's probably my week over. Sorry, man. 98 yards, 2 touchdowns today for Seattle rushing. Yeah, he's a short, thick dude, isn't he? Oh, man, these pizza commercials are making me hungry. Pretty much been, on days that I stream, I've pretty much been waiting to eat until after the stream is over. I think I do better, less brain fog, but yeah, I'm starting to get a little hungry now. Good for the Hawks, though. Can't be that mad. Yeah, hopefully they have a good season. I forget you're a Hawks fan too, Wyatt. Let's go over to that Niners-Rams game. So, Niners still up by 10, 24-14. Rams with the ball, 2nd and goal. So they are a play away from making this game a field goal game. Dallas with the ball, 10:41 left in the 4th. I don't think they're coming back though. 28-6. Panthers still thumping the Raiders, 33-15. Cardinals with the ball, 8:55 left. on their own 28-yard line, though, trailing the Lions 20-10. And with the pace of this game, they're going to start the Monday night game before this is over if they don't hurry up. What's up, Jason? Wife just made jambalaya. Oh, that sounds delicious. She makes homemade jambalaya? That's great. All right, Jason, when am I invited over for dinner? $11-play, 98-yard series for the Seahawks. They started on the 2-yard line. Yeah, that sounds good today. Some jambalaya. It's a little cool here in Seattle. Maybe some soup or something. And there's the kickoff from the Seahawks, and that's going to go into the end zone. So Miami will take it on the 30-yard line with pretty much no chance to win this game, down by 21. I'm sure they could still provide us with entertainment here, though. No, but in all seriousness, like I said, I feel a little bad for Miami. They're not a bad team at all. And you get Tua in, you teach their kicking team what the formation's supposed to be. Oh, and there's a reception over the middle, number 89. First down there for Miami, Tyreek Hill. Every time Tyreek catches the ball, one of the trainers or the coach for Miami should just play a little siren. Just a little woo! Give him just a little giddy up in his step. All right, 1st and 10 for Miami on the 42. It looks like there's going to be a timeout. And Miami takes their last time out of the game. I'm not even sure why. Just take the penalty at this point. Yeah, you're right about their coach, though, Wyatt. Their coach looks like the guy that when you go to the bathroom at a club, like when you're younger, that starts trying to hit on your girl. I mean, I don't know the guy, but doesn't look super reputable. Maybe you should think about switching up the hair and the beard or something. And Boyle to the outside finds Achane the train, who picks up about 5 yards. And a flag on the play.
We've seen a lot of you today, mister.
Offense, number 9 was not set. 5-yard penalty.
A legal shift on the offense. I think they're making up new penalties now. I don't even remember that one. It's like, refs, can you just let them have it? Almost 100 yards and penalties for each team today. 1st and 15 for Miami. Oh, and there's a receiver at 82 to the 40 to the 30. Eskridge, man, if they'd had Boylan the whole time, this might have been a game. Maybe they should think about switching the coach. How many illegal formations? Skylar is second string. Some weird shit going on, right? What is Miami? Maybe they're betting against themselves. Maybe the coach is betting against his own team. All right, 2nd and 8, 3:25 left in the 4th. And there's a sack, but another penalty.
The sack. See what that flag's all about.
I'm going to assume that's probably encroachment on the defense. I think they got there a little early.
Personal foul, chop block, offense number 28, a 15-yard penalty, second half.
This defense of Seattle today, Trent, has really...
Wow. A chop block on
Mike McDonald and his
Devon Achane.
Their defense has been terrific, and the team is on the verge of going to 3-0 as the NFC West's lone undefeated team.
Well, I know the Dolphins are without Tua, and they've had here a big part.
Yeah, this would have been a much different game if they hadn't started Skylar. Boyle back. Almost throws an interception there.
Going for Ezekama.
But
He's going big, though, for Uzakama.
been outstanding, right?
Haven't pulled a Baker this week. He started the Raiders defense, who have -2 points. Ouch. Yeah, they should trade that Skylar Thompson guy for a meal at Red Lobster or something. 4th and 19 here for Miami, and Boyle back. He's got time. He's going to wing it and throws it over the end zone. And that's going to be it here. Seattle will take the ball. They're just going to sit on it and be able to run the clock out, basically. They might need 1 or 2 timeouts or first downs. But Miami has no timeouts. So, hey, thanks, everybody, for joining us on this one. I'm going to assume the final score here, 24-3. I don't think we need to watch Seattle lay on the ball for 3 minutes. Thanks for joining me. Tuesday, Dana White Contender Series, the hottest sporting show on television today. Until then, as always, I love you, I respect you, and I'll see your fine asses on